of the border in Toronto. The setting for the Rockets. One of the greatest scorers this game has ever seen, Kevin Durant. He'll be adding to that all-time points ledger as they get pumped up for the action at Scotiabank Arena. Rockets, Raptors is next, right after this. And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our very own Allie LaForce has the sidelines covered for us tonight. And it's still early in the year, but already some trends developing as we check out the new power rankings. Look at the Pelicans. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And when I look at Houston, they are the team we expected to be here. Taking the top spot come playoff time, this is the team to beat.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. The perimeter pair will be Thompson next to Durant, and it's the great in at the point. And for Toronto, on the wings for him, it's Dick and Barrett. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle, and it's quickly in at the point. With less than a handful of games completed, Richard, we're starting to see teams emerge.
You usually need about 10 games or so to figure out who's going to compete in their divisions. Numbers tend to regulate themselves over a couple of months.
And here are the Rockets now, after R.J. Barrett's miss. Shot from the wing, 2 points, that one goes.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
It's Dick on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Here's quickly. To the inside. The 3 from KD. Here's the great. It's blocked. Now, here's quickly. He's tightly guarded. Can't hit from in close. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. And the basket by the great.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Dick with it. He's covered by Thompson. Back to Dick. Just 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. The great grabs the miss.
0 for 4 to start things off. Got a bit of a pillow fight brewing here, but they're going to get it going.
And, Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future, and they've already shown they can make a major impact.
And here's Barnes for 3, and again, no good by Toronto. Outside for Durant. Pass to Smith. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's the great. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. Yeah, it was rough.
Tari Eason's checked in for Houston. And it's quickly in the corner. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I had a chance to catch up with Darko Rajakovic. I wanted to know what he had in store for Kevin Durant. He said, we have some plans, Coach said with a smile, but mostly it's about effort. We have to outwork him at all times. If we give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. So Coach is asking for his guys to go all out and try to slow KD down tonight. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you.
And this kid has hops. Barnes gets airborne there and slams it down. Oh, man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 of his first 7.
Now, here's quickly. 20 points for him last game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
He's more than chipped in on the glass as well. Just a tremendous effort last time out.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Raptors trail by 10. Pass to Barrett. Fades away. That's a 2 from Barnes. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
Here's quickly Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. It's Barrett on the wing. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against San Antonio, and the Raptors miss again.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Here's the great. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Pass to Şengün. Houston needs to get a shot off. Fires the 3, and again it's the Rockets from deep.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's ready to talk things through with them. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Rockets. Fred VanVleet comes in for Kevin Durant. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. They need this. Walter, good.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
36 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to the great. Kicks it out to VanVleet. Fires from deep. Mobo with the rebound. Raptors trail by 13. Kelishvili passes to Ingram. From deep three-point territory. And so it's the Houston Rockets. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Barrett with the ball. Still yet to score. Pass to Dick. Over to the left wing. Barnes outside. Shot clock at 5. Birtle sets the pick for Barnes. Three-pointer. And again, no good by Toronto.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Outside for Durant. Durant brings it from distance.
And defensively, what can you really do against KD right there?
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, excitement building in Ontario ahead of this coming May when the WNBA makes its long-awaited launch north of the border. The Toronto Tempo will become Canada's first ever WNBA franchise. And with that league finding a rhythm, this debut feels right on time.
It is a beautiful thing. And Shams, we appreciate the report. Back to Ingram. Hurdle with a screen on Thompson. For 3, Ingram. The Great grabs the miss. The Great's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Birtle sets the pick for Barrett. Over in the corner, Barnes. And the Raptors miss again.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not helping things, and his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
Here's the great. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
The 15-footer, good. Barnes has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And ideally, Barnes would like to be a little closer, but he makes the best of that mid-range on that one.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Ingram dishes to Pirtle. That one doesn't drop. Great defense that time from Şengün.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. The tray, and another 3 for Houston.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And so it's Houston, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
Taking a look at Houston, this is when it starts to get real. You pass the opening night energy, and you're not as well rested as you were in the off.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Houston Rockets.
They're playing with fantastic discipline.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from the great.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, you know, one that doesn't get talked about enough, length. You know, players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt and that wing position. It feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
Their front court is Barrett and Barnes. Emmanuel quickly out there with Grady Dick. And it's Pirtle in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. There's the steal, and they're moving it up. Here's the great. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. The great's got 5 points in the quarter. Pass to Pirtle. Now Dick. Back to Pirtle. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Shot clock at 6. And Barrett gets it to go.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. RJ Barrett, the son of a pro hoops player, he said, quote, as a youngster, my dad programmed me to be aggressive. He always told me, go to the rim, live in the paint. When you do that, you not only score, but you force the whole defense to collapse, and you can make easy plays to hit shooters. Back over to you.
Playing with purpose. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Barnes kicks to Barrett. Dick wide open. And the 3 off target.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
When it comes to handling business off the floor, Richard, there might be no one better at doing it than Kevin Durant.
Oh, he's definitely very active, spreading his money around over 40 ventures or so. KD clearly understands the importance of investing and how beneficial it can be long-term. And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
Here's the great, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. The great's got 11 points in the quarter. Now, here's Quickly. He's guarded closely. Dick against Thompson, and the dunk by Barnes.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Houston leading by 19 points. Here's the great, and he has 28 points for the game. A nice shot by KD.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And it's quickly missing. Houston's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Here's the great, and another 3 for Houston.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Barnes outside. Pass to Pirtle. 6 on the shot clock. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Şengün's got his 4th rebound in this one. From deep. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Toronto calls timeout. Some changes for Toronto. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in, and it's Brandon Ingram in for R.J. Barrett. Houston with a big group substitution here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Şengün. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jabari Smith. Tari Eason's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Amen Thompson. Drills it from outside. And it's 37 points for the great. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is getting steals, and that can be attributed to their tenacious style defensively.
The kick out to Barnes. And again, no good by Toronto.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And this is Ingram's attitude. He's ready to fire away as soon as the ball hits his hand.
Here's the great. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the third. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Mamu Kelishvili passes to Barrett. Rockets with the rebound. Here's the great. Offline with his 3. And so it's Houston, sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
And the ability to drop your jaw with the pass is something you rarely see in this league. What a talent he is.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and along with Allie LaForce on the sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's NBA coverage. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, the GREAT.